Hello. Guess who it is? Agastya. I had a video scheduled on Friday, but I cleared all my storage, so the video is gone somewhere. I'd even made a bonus video for y'all about meditation and shit, but it just vanished, bro. I don't even know where it went. Anyways, this is a video on how to stop being scared of women. So, the first step. So there's 3 steps to this, right? The first step is to stop pedestalizing them. Now, in the modern day, in 2025, I don't know how many guys have this problem. They legit act like women are like higher beings than they themselves are. I mean, see, I'm not telling you not to be a gentleman, right? Like I give up my seats for women in the bus any day. Right? I'd give up my seat any day to women on the bus, to one on the train. I'd open doors for any woman, right? But that is being a gentleman. Pedestalizing them, right? If you're buying shit for her when you're not even dating her, right? If you're buying her dinners, if you're not, and when you're not even dating her, stuff like that. But I assume that you haven't reached that level yet. Assume that you see an average looking girl and you think that she's too good for you. That's the type of pedestalizing that happens here, right? And to some extent it's a good thing because it's kind of natural, right, to find all women attractive. But the place where that becomes bad is that you start getting scared to talk to any girls, right? Because if you find a 3 out of 10 attractive in your mind, right, you won't be able to speak to a 5 out of 10. You just won't. And the way to kill this is to actually think, right, that if I had to rate this girl out of 10, like, it's a stupid scale, right, stupid way to measure people. But if I had to rate this girl's looks out of 10, how much would it be? Now, if you're delusional, you'll be like, oh, she's an 11 out of 10, like as soon as a guy says that my girlfriend is an 11 out of 10, I know that she isn't that good looking. I mean, it's basic psychology, right? But yeah, what you can do, what really works is that you ask one of your friends, how much would you rate out of 10? Right? I mean, if he's stupid, then yeah, he's gonna say, oh, she's a 11. He's also gonna be like, he's a 11 out of 10. I'll ask a Chad, right? Ask someone who always smiles, someone who's great, someone who's good with girls. Ask a guy who's good with girls. And ask for his honest opinion. You'll be like, yeah, she's a 3 out of 10, bro. And you need to integrate that into your head, that she's not that good looking. Once you get that into your head, the fear for the most part should go. So now you don't have the fear anymore. You're anxious. Second part, right, step 2, is to stop being scared of offending women. Right, bro, I used to have problems with this when I was like in 8th grade, right? Bro, I remember every time I used to talk to girls, I used to try my best to not offend them. Actually, not in 8th grade. Yeah, in 8th grade, actually, yeah. In 8th grade. At the start of 8th grade, I was like that, bro. Holy shit, bro. When you do that, you're always gonna have that feeling under your throat that you're scared. That's not good. Don't be afraid of offending girls, right? If you're offending a girl, more than likely she'll like it. But you gotta do this right. Just don't like call her fat or something like that. Okay? There's a way to offend girls. Make sure you're funny. Make sure you're funny. So, for example, if you're hanging with this girl and she brings up some random thing. For example, like in college, right? There's this girl who has dropped maths and she's taken secretarial practice. And so I just keep joking with her that you drop maths, you don't know maths at all. Like secretarial practice, it's so easy. You just go into the library for like 2 hours and you just sleep off. And that's the kind of thing you need to do. You need to play with her. Always have that boy-like charm. Keep doing that stuff, right? And yeah, that's like a subsection to this. Have the boy-like charm, right? Like be a boy. Like don't try to be like a serious man, right? Because girls don't like that. And if you are at that level, right? If you're actually at that level, yeah, girls will throw themselves at you. However, if you're trying to put that on, and this is actually you, like you smile always, like you like to have fun, then be that, bro. Be yourself, right? So yeah, that is important. Don't be afraid of offending girls, right? I'd say that even make them mad sometimes, like actually raging mad. It's good to do that. Like make them cry sometimes. Like of course, don't make them bawl their eyes out, right? Like maybe if you're arm wrestling and you accidentally hurt her, like that's fine, right? Like she cries a little bit, she doesn't speak to you for a few minutes, maybe a few days, but just have faith in it, bro. Like the key is to activate all of her emotions. Like what most guys do, they only try to activate a girl's happiness. That's why you're scared of friending her, because you're only trying to activate her happiness, right? However, if you stimulate the greater spectrum of emotions like disgust, sadness, envy, jealousy, stuff like that, she's gonna be head over heels over you, right? The third step, right? This is by far the most important step. Like, you could literally skip every part of this video and just come to this, right? It is to take the leap. Now, what is taking the leap? It is to go and just ask a girl for a number, right? Because you could listen to everything I said, you could practice everything I said earlier, right? Down to the last detail, you could do that. But if you just don't take action, it'll be useless. In fact, taking action is better than doing all that. Like, if you had to, right? If I had to put a guy in a room who took action and didn't do any of those things, like he didn't, pedestalize, he pedestalized women and he was overly nice to them. If I take that, put one of those guys in a room, and I put one of those guys in the room who has learned everything, right? Like, if I force him to talk to a girl, he'll do everything. Like, he won't pedestalize her, but like he won't take the leap. He'll just talk to her like a normal person. If you go and take the leap, right, and you ask a girl if she wants to go out with you, you need to ask her if she wants to go out with you. Asking for a number, I mean, that also works. But I like to ask her, do you want to go out? I mean, that's what I do, right? If you do that, I can guarantee you, this is how quick the fear will disappear, right? Because once all it takes is one experience. After that one experience, you're good, bro. You're set for life. You're gonna keep smiling, and see you.